because we're doing spirit-free cocktails.
Spirit-free.
Yeah, what do you think about this?
Rip the spirit right out of you.
Hey, welcome to Super Social Club. I'm Jeremy.
This is Whiskey in the Six. I'm Rob.
Welcome to the Whisky Rant Podcast.
It's a little crusty,
It's frustrating.
and it's going to be a little bit of a rant.
I don't understand it. I don't know why.
Some sort of injustice.
Anyway, end rant.
Hello and welcome back to the Whisky Rant Podcast. I'm Jeremy.
I'm Rob.
And tonight we got our buddy Steve in studio because we're doing a little something different tonight. Spirit-free cocktails. What do you think about that?
It's going to be interesting.
It's going to be interesting. I don't have high expectations.
Yeah, so like the spirit-free cocktail world is expanding. It's like a multi-million-dollar industry, big trend going towards healthy living, and alcohol is definitely a big part of that. In front of us tonight, we have 3 different alcohol-free spirits, tequila, a gin, and a bourbon. And our buddy Steve is going to mix us up some amazing cocktails, hopefully, with these spirits in it.
Yeah. Well, why don't you tell us what's in this one?
So I chose to, for the tequila spiritless spirits, I chose to do a classic cocktail, a very simple one, Margarita, obviously, very popular cocktail. And I decided to maybe push it a little bit further on the rim with spicy chili lime to give it a little bit more savoriness. So
So we're using this Sobrii alcohol-free tequila. It's made with agave, jalapeno, coriander, black pepper, and ginseng.
Nice.
I should add that I made my own simple syrup for this one here.
Yes.
Yeah.
Oh, very nice. Very nice.
It's a honey simple syrup, 1 part water, 1 part honey, and I even put some lime peels in it to give it a little bit of lime essence.
Sounds amazing.
Cheers, boys.
Yes,
guys.
cheers.
Cheers.
Thank you.
Enjoy.
So on the nose, like very kind of like floral kind of thing going on, a little spice in there.
The ginseng was added to give it a little bit of a bite because it seems like
Yeah, it's a great
they
point.
want to give that like alcohol kind
It
of
does give you a little nip of a little spiciness there.
Yeah.
Yeah, not bad. It doesn't read tequila to me. It doesn't really taste like tequila, but what you're getting here is like a kind of like a floral, spicy kind of concoction. It's not bad.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I can totally see they may have missed the mark as far as the tequila flavor.
Yeah.
But I think Rob's right. I think that ginseng really kind of gives it that bite where the alcohol kind of would be. You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
I don't know,
Yeah.
That's what I kind of got too.
An agave syrup or an agave maybe pulp or something would have
Absolutely.
given it that more tequila
Yeah.
kind of flavor, bring that up a little bit.
I think it's a decent drink in its own respect.
Yeah.
I wouldn't probably, if you're going to serve this at a bar, I probably wouldn't call it a margarita. I'd call it something else. Because you get away with calling this thing something
A
different.
margarita.
Right? You know, it's a floral, spicy something or other.
Totally. Yeah.
Margarita's ugly stepsister.
Margarita.
That's good. Yeah, that's for sure. Yeah.
So
I think definitely like a little bit more agave syrup or agave pulp would have really made this even better because you're getting a lot of the lime and the honey simple syrup in it, right?
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's more of like a culinary experience. If you don't drink alcohol, maybe it's part of your religion, maybe it's just part of your lifestyle, and you go to a restaurant, you order a cocktail wanting that culinary experience of, the simple syrups that Steve added and like different like nuances to that cup.
Right.
So you're not getting like a juice or a pop, you know what I mean? You're getting
For sure.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, like if you're out and you're the only non-drinker, sometimes it's alienating not to participate. But these, spirit-free cocktails do give you kind of that option. And you notice it everywhere. I do notice it, like lots of cocktail bars, they'll have some spirit-free options available. Even breweries now are getting into the alcohol-free beers.
Non-alcoholic beer, yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, actually, we spoke about it the other night. The pressure to, like, if you're an alcoholic and you're trying to wean off and you're trying to, like, still engage in social activity because that'll help you recover, but a big part
It's
of
hard
social
to be around.
interaction
Oh my
is
God,
alcohol,
yeah.
right?
Well,
So having something like this as an option is huge.
Yeah, I mean, I think you look at Heineken's zero ABV beer right now, it's huge.
That's my weekly beer.
It's billion-dollar
Seriously.
industry, that beer, for sure.
Yeah.
So I just got some of this in a Glencairn. I'm just trying it straight.
Oh,
the tequila here.
Topped in already, eh?
Again, not really reading tequila to me, but again, like that nice kind of like fresh cut flowers, with a little bit of spice going on with it.
Totally.
Yeah. I think there's definitely like you can taste the ginseng, and it kind of has this almost like medicinal, spicy, almost alcohol mistaken quality to it. And I do believe that was the goal with this one.
Mm-hmm.
I wish they would have, like we said earlier, added a little bit of like maybe agave pulp to give it a little bit more of a tequila kind of essence.
I'm surprised they didn't go that route.
I am too, actually.
All right, so takeaways from the fake margarita: a decent drink, doesn't really read margarita. Thanks to today's sponsor, Lathr.
They keep releasing some ridiculous smelling items.
The scents that they come out with are phenomenal. New one for the fall season, this soap right here, the Rustic Pumpkin.
Rustic Pumpkin is killer.
Yeah.
This one right here, Fresh AF, is exactly as advertised. French mineral clay plus green tea. It smells incredible.
Yeah, it does smell really, really nice.
Honestly, I had a chance to try these shampoos, both incredible. They have a tattoo bomb.
This is what I'm excited about because I have a couple tattoos, and it's super important to keep your tattoo moisturized, especially when it's first done.
Yeah.
It's like super, super important. Like every tattoo artist will like stress, like keep this thing moisturized. You want something that's like, more a natural product, which this is. It's like it's perfect for anyone with a tattoo. You have to have it.
Absolutely. And keep your eyes out for some of the new scents. Sour Spritz. This is like sour Skittles.
It is really good. It is really good.
The black cherry smells exactly like what you would think black cherry smells like.
Yeah.
And the eucalyptus lime is unbelievable.
Yeah,
Who would have thought that that's a great combo?
This black cherry musk beard balm is really, really nice.
Everything, honestly, Lathr produces has been phenomenal. I've had only great experiences. There's nothing that I'm like, I wish I didn't get that.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, we love the product, and check out the link down below. Check out Lathr.
Yeah, you got to check out Lathr, guys.
All right, so for cocktail 2, we are using the gin, and Steve, what do we got here?
We have a London Mule. Originally, if it's from Russia, obviously, it was in a Russian cocktail. It was the Moscow Mule, obviously.
Yeah.
They kind of designate this cocktail based on the region where they make it. There's even such thing as a Kentucky Mule, and you can imagine what's in that, obviously. So yeah, we just went with another classic cocktail. This is the London Mule, gin-based. We're using the spiritless gin that Jeremy has provided for us.
Yeah, so this one, juniper, obviously, coriander, anise, allspice, and ginseng.
Interesting. Ginseng seems to be the common denominator so far.
Right. Yep.
Cheers, boys.
Cheers. Yeah, cheers, guys.
Down the
Cheers.
hatch.
Cheers. So I got high hopes for this one because I think the gin might be the most resemblant to a real spirit.
The ginger beer also provides this like almost alcohol-y kind of bite. Yeah?
Right.
It does, yeah. I mean, it's that ginger spice, right?
That's not bad. That's not bad. It's very pine, very like juniper forward for sure.
It's very similar to it. Like, I mean, you can tell there's not alcohol per se, but it's very similar to a Moscow.
That is good. I think that you might be able to trick someone into thinking this is a mule. Yeah.
Totally. Yeah, I think so. And honestly, like I know we're gonna probably try this straight up now,
try
right?
the Glencairns. Let's try this straight because I think like this one, just because it is like so heavily juniper focused, it probably does resemble gin quite a bit.
Absolutely. I mean, coming from a very strong gin background, I can kind of
Ginger specialty.
totally,
so
yeah.
You've
So I
tried
mean,
some gin before?
I've had a few in my
Had
time.
a couple gins?
Had a few in my time. Let's see how this goes.
yeah, like gin is your thing. So let's see how this one translates here.
Get a real nice elementary school white glue.
I get it.
I love your nosing.
I think it's very like it's like winter fresh. It's very like winter fresh gum almost.
Oh, good call. It's like that pininess, like you were saying. It
And
has that a little
by
bit.
winter fresh, you mean like Windex?
I
Because
get
there's a very Windexy kind of.
Yeah, it does have a little Windex in it.
I mean,
You're right.
I mean, you're suggesting it, so I am smelling it now.
Yeah, definitely some like
God, yeah.
Pine Sol like lemon cleaner.
Oh yeah, it's very chemically on the palate. It is very chemically on the palate for sure.
Again, like I feel like they could have really made it more gin-y
Yeah.
if they went hard on the juniper.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah.
the main element that makes it a gin.
Right.
Yeah.
Just like very similar to the tequila we just tried.
Yeah.
like again, why not use the agave pulp or agave syrup? You know.
Yeah.
I mean, juniper berry is the second ingredient. Filtered water number one. I wonder what the percentage is though. But you're right. I don't get a ton of juniper. Like it doesn't scream gin to me.
No.
But you know what? Like if I'm doing a dry month, or any kind of like refrainment from alcohol, I would take this.
Oh, totally.
I would take this.
It mixes well in the cocktail.
It mixes not too bad. It's a refreshing cocktail.
Yeah.
It's fine.
Yeah, there's something very like spicy, lemony. My only question, and I'm like trying to be fully transparent here. Although I want, they're Canadian made. I want to help these guys, like support these guys. You bought these. These weren't gifted to us by any means.
Right.
Can we just make these ourselves?
Yeah, you probably could.
You know what I mean?
You
Like
know?
get some like ginseng juice.
Or do you even need this?
That's what I mean.
Can you make this, this London Mule without the spirit and
Right.
still have a decent drink?
Right.
Totally, yeah.
But you know what? For me, I think this Mule is pretty solid.
Yeah, the Mule is definitely very good. I mean, I think I liked both cocktails, to be honest with you.
Yeah.
I did like both cocktails. I like the gin better than the tequila.
Yes.
As far as straight up.
Yeah.
I wouldn't drink either straight up.
No, I wouldn't drink it straight up either. But I think that the gin is more gin than tequila is tequila.
I
Tequila
agree.
is not tequila at all.
I agree.
But the gin is like, okay, maybe, yeah. Right?
Yeah. Like again, you're getting that pininess from the juniper.
Yeah.
I just wish it was more juniper
More.
forward.
Yeah.
That's all.
Like, I mean, if they say that there's like 1,000,000% antioxidants in this, I'm sure people would be on board. Like, because
Right.
it kind of tastes medicinal a little bit.
You can do like a 1-for-1, so you can have like a regular London Mule,
Yeah.
and then like follow it up with the antioxidant, million antioxidant
Right.
right after.
Then you feel
It
better
cancels
about
it
yourself.
out.
There you
Yeah,
go.
exactly. It's
Only it worked that way.
Well, yeah. I mean,
All right.
Sure.
That's not bad for me. All right, let's move on to the bourbon. All right, so for our third cocktail, we're using this Lyre's American Single Malt. It's bourbon flavored non-alcoholic spirit. So, Steve, what do we got here?
I decided to make a bourbon sour.
Yep.
Super tasty. It's got all around sweetness with the simple syrup that I made. It has like the really nice rounded edge with that sourness, so you're really getting a really nice balanced cocktail. The bourbon, hopefully it comes through. I use a little bit extra bourbon in this one just so we can really taste it.
Yeah.
So yeah, let's hop in, guys. Cheers.
Cheers. Yeah. Cheers.
cheers.
So yeah, on the nose, nice little spiciness. The sweetness for sure. Mm-hmm. Yeah, there's like vanilla in there.
Again, a tasty, like culinary experience, but
Yeah.
not necessarily like a cocktail.
Yeah.
Right.
I do get maybe like a little bit of Christmas spice in there. A little Christmas spice, perhaps.
Now we're pronouncing it Lyres, but it could be pronounced something else. Lyres apostrophe s. The ingredients, like I feel like
This one's a little different than the
you
previous
should have
one.
consulted us. Like, why not?
What do we
age-
know about non-alcoholic bourbon?
No, but why not? Like, if you're gonna put these ingredients together, why not age it in a barrel for a little bit to give it a little bit of a barrely kind of flavor?
Give it a little more oak note.
Yeah, give it an oak
Absolutely.
note because that's kind of
Well,
we know that whiskey gets its flavor from the barrel. So why not? If you're making a whiskey mocktail or a bourbon, non-alcoholic bourbon, you should use a barrel.
nose your Glencairn straight.
It's gross. I already did.
Yeah, no.
It smells like soy sauce.
Oh my god.
It's
Right?
Yeah, dude.
it is
Yeah.
really off-putting on the nose for
Yeah,
sure.
it's
That
soy
is
sauce.
soy sauce all the way.
It smells like soy sauce.
You know what this is like? This is like somebody who never drank alcohol before
Yeah.
made a non-alcoholic
Exactly.
alcohol.
Yeah. Yeah.
Does that make sense?
100%.
You know what I mean?
Yeah. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, this is a miss.
It's like a virgin giving sex advice. that's essentially what that kind of
Right.
that's what
good.
that tastes like.
Yeah. I mean, it's okay in the cocktail. It's not bad. Nosing this stuff neat is punishment for sure.
Can we get a 40-year-old virgin? The part where he's describing boobs is like bags of sand.
Here you go.
We're nice, you know, and like you grab a woman's breast and you feel it and It feels like a bag of sand when you're touching it.
Bag of sand.
It's like bags of sand.
This is a glass of
That's what that guy was doing when he made
sandy
this
bags.
bourbon.
That's perfect. Yeah, I agree. I don't get it. It's like you guys nailed it with at least age it for a little bit in an oak barrel or something,
Yeah.
you know?
Yeah.
Just to kind of give it somewhat of an essence. But I feel like all three of these have missed the mark on their most important ingredient.
Yeah.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I think if I was gonna make a non-alcoholic Scotch, I'd get your Heineken, non-alcoholic Heineken, and age that in a barrel for a couple of years, and at least give it, or like a very active barrel for a year or something like that. There's my non-alcoholic single malt,
No kidding.
right?
Yeah. Yeah.
This is the biggest miss of the
It's
three.
yeah, it's pretty gross. It is pretty gross.
The cocktail's fine,
Cocktail's okay.
Yeah, it's...
but what makes it good? It's the sugars, it's the lime juice, or whatever.
It's
you add.
literally simple syrup and any kind of citric
Yeah.
acid together. When it's in equal parts, usually they
Right.
cancel each other out. It's almost like this salty sweet. It's
Yeah.
it's the same idea. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I will say that because and Rob actually called this out. There is two missing ingredients in the bourbon sour that I chose. We decided not to use, obviously because they're spiritless, and one of them was the Angostura bitters,
Yeah.
which would actually give it even more of a spicy kind of orange flavor to
Yeah.
it.
Maybe just put a dash in.
Yeah, you want to give
Just
it a
put a
shot?
dash in. Like
Yeah,
obviously
it's a
we
good idea.
didn't include bitters because the bitters is alcohol.
Yeah.
Let me just do. I'm gonna do them across here.
But you're right. I think adding this will give it definitely more of like a bourbon cocktail vibe.
Maybe, yeah.
Because like
absolutely, yeah.
what bourbon cocktail doesn't use bitters, right?
So I think we're trying to focus more on the actual spiritless spirit than anything, right? So
Yeah.
how does that taste with the?
Yeah,
a
I mean,
little better.
I think it's all right. Yeah, it has another like layer to it, which I
Yeah.
think is good.
Still get a good amount of soy sauce.
Yeah, I agree. I agree. Is there non-alcoholic bitters?
I'm sure there are. Yeah,
Yeah.
I haven't come across any just because I kind of dabbled in.
There
that.
must be because I know
Yeah.
you can make your own bitters, right?
Absolutely,
Right.
yeah.
So there definitely is an opportunity to add bitters to this cocktail that is non-alcoholic. So
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
So there you go. Yeah, I mean, I think the bottom line is like, if you are someone who doesn't consume alcohol and you want to, enjoy a cocktail with fellow drinkers,
Yep.
absolutely, it's totally fine. I think that,
Yeah.
more and more bartenders are playing around with this stuff and trying to perfect these cocktails, which I think is great. And I think that they'll get better and better as the popularity grows and grows.
Let's talk price for a second. What did these run you? Do you remember?
So these small ones, I think, were around $13-14. So this is like a 200 ml, not the cheapest, really.
Right.
Like a full size bottle would be, $40.
Yeah.
I'm not sure the price of this one, but I'd probably assume it's around the same. So like $30 to $40 for an alcohol-free bottle. I mean, you're talking that's alcohol prices.
Yeah. So here's what I would do.
Yeah.
Okay. So for these, I would get some sort of like agave like sweetener syrup or something like that with some sort of, maybe ginseng tea, for example. Let it steep for a while and then have that in the fridge as my tequila based or
Right.
mock tequila.
Yeah.
Totally.
Then for the gin, I would do something similar. I'd find like a juniper tea. Again, throw it in the fridge with, whatever, ingredients I wanted to add. Let's say I wanted to add ginseng was the common ingredient in these two.
Yeah.
Just to kind of give it that like heat. Maybe I would just, find those teas, brew them in advance, throw them in the fridge,
Right.
save myself some money instead of buying these because I don't think it's super necessary, and I also don't love them. To be
Yeah.
honest
Yeah,
with you. I
no,
think I
I
could
agree.
almost, not that I can do a better job, but I feel like I could experiment with something that might end up being better.
Right.
And then for the bourbon, I would just get a non-alcoholic beer, throw it in buy one of those single personal sized
Totally.
barrels,
Yeah.
throw it in there for a few months or weeks or whatever, and then use that as my bourbon or whiskey
Yeah.
style,
There you
cocktail
go.
base.
I think
There
you
you
get a way better flavor that just those 3 methods that you were just describing.
Yeah, I think
Like, how could they not have thought of that? That's what I don't understand. You know what I mean? Like, but then again, it's like what Jeremy was saying. I feel like because it's becoming so much more popular now, I feel like there will be a lot more research and thought going into it to kind of really make it a mock version.
I think so. And I think that probably you're looking at like high-end cocktail bars are probably doing everything in-house, right? They're probably not going out and buying these pre-made mock spirits.
No.
They're probably just making their own concoctions to do an alcohol-free drink.
that's true.
So yeah.
That's true.
Leave us a comment down below. Do you have any experience with mocktails, 0 ABV spirits in general? Maybe there's a brand out there that's like not too bad. These ones, for me, the gin was okay. I would lean towards like a gin-based spirit-free cocktail in the future if I had to choose one.
Definitely.
And lean far away from the soy sauce.
The soy sauce bourbon.
Low
Like,
sodium. So
yeah, leave us a comment down below. And thanks so much for watching, guys. Very much appreciated. Have a good one.
Cheers.
Cheers.